Okay, you guys, a quick how-to for assembling this battery carrier. We're gonna put the screws on here. What we want is one of these. You'll see one's backwards and one's forwards. So you want the right one. You see if you put the wrong one on there, it's crooked. And we're gonna want one of these. We're trying to get this so it's as far back as possible. So you'll see that if you use this arm, it'll keep it further back. But if you use this other arm, it's going to have it a little bit forward. So that's how you determine which two. You want these two, and then we're going to go ahead and put the screws in here. We're going to have the screws go in from this side, and then we're going to put the nut in the back. There's even an indent as to the shape of the bolts or the nuts here. So both of these nuts will go in here. When you're initially putting these together, the nuts don't really want to go in there. Everything's so tight. You're going to just get it started and have it pull that nut down in there. As it's tightening down, it's going to pull the nut into that indent. And then I found it's even easier to just kind of push it in there with the pliers. So now it'll always stay in that hole. Just to get in there good all the way, tighten it down. So it's pulled down real good, then go ahead and take it back out. And then we'll do the same with the other one. This way because these screws really are just barely long enough. We don't want to add a lot of weight to this. Here, this one I'm just going to squeeze it in like this. Get it started. And I'm still going to pull it down with the screw to get it all the way in there. And then the same thing for the other arm. You'll see that there's a little hex shape area there. Seems to be easier to put a nut in there. And go ahead and squeeze that one down in there too. And in fact, for this other one, I'm just going to go ahead and, like I said, we want everything so it keeps everything as far back as possible. So it's going to be easier on this one. The screws are plenty long for this to just start putting it together. Line that one up. And then right at the last minute here, make sure that the hex kind of lines up, and then you can use the screw to draw it down into the hole. So then once you get these nuts pushed into this, pretty much, once they're all pushed in, all of them, then we can start moving forward here. So like I said, we want to use the right one. That's the wrong one because it's on an angle there. So let's use this one. And then, like I said, that one would have it farther forward. We want it further backwards, so we're going to use this one. And so we're going to go ahead and screw this one in here. Get that one on. And once you know you got one on here, you're not going to mess up the other one. Put the other one on. And then when you get over here, we're going to put these screws in to these. Just put all these on just loosely, just get them started. And then I realized we want these loose too. Take these out quite a ways here. And it's really tight fit here. So we need some space to get these mainly these screws on these joints on the sides. Alright, I was sorry to mislead you here. You want that completely off and get these started first. You can actually, the higher you bring it up here, the more space you got. Just so that they're just barely on there. Okay? Do that to both of these. Alright, and then we kind of loosen them up just enough so you'll be able to slide them way down there like that. But not so loose that they pop back apart again. Then you can go ahead and put these on again. You know, it still needs to be down a little tighter. So I can reach here. A little more. We got it so everything reaches. And once I get all these, get this one on here nice and tight, then we're going to come back, make sure it's level before we tighten up those side ones. Get these on all the way. And then we can just look straight down and have the same amount of space. Like this one needs to go up a little. That's about it. And I can tighten these on. Alright, there. We got all of them tight. Now everything's can hold it real solid. Next step, you got no battery in here. Take this connector tray, it comes all pre-assembled just like this. Slide it in there. Make sure you keep this part here down towards the bottom. There's nothing to keep it from riding up and getting caught above. So keep holding that down. When you get towards the back, it's just going to push in just like your battery would. I'd push it on this little solid tab here. Let the wire hang out the side and close the door. That's all it takes to make that electrical connection. Your kit's going to include 10 of these. That would be enough to put Velcro on 5 batteries. Put one on each end of the battery. You just put your battery in there, set it down. And okay, like I said, you just set your battery in there, try and get it as much in the middle as you can. Then take the Velcro strap, wrap it around, pull it tight around there. The only thing left to do is plug in the battery and turn it on. There we go. Ready to fly. Happy flying, you guys.